question number 2. What is the answer of x3 and x4? x3 is
96 and
Yes.
x4 is 160.
Yes, very good. You got the correct answers. Now we will move to the next part of the question number 3. So in question number 3, they are asking in the question number 2 above, if one part of a red pigment required 75 ml of basis, how much red pigment should we mix with 1800 ml of base? Now these are the two values. For the table will be the same, but only the two values x and y are contain only two values. It means that for the x, pair parts of red pigment is 1, and we have to find for the next one for the 1800. It means that we have to find the x value or maybe the y value. We can set any value here. Okay, so let me draw this table. If the table just looks like this, this is 1. For the 1, the pigments are how many ml? 75 ml.
75 ml. Okay.
Yes. And for the x?
1800.
1800, no? 1800 ml. So it's mean that I have to find x here.
Okay.
Yes. I will simply do this. This is the x1, this is the y1, this is x, and this is y. X and y is equal to x1 and y1. You just have to put the values and you can just separate the x1. Can you do this?
Yes.
Okay, hurry up. I will put the values for the x1 and for the 1 and 75 is equal to x by 1800. Okay, so x will here, and 1 and 75 multiply by 1800. Now you have to solve it and give me the answer.
Okay.
इनमें से 2 की पावर कितनी है? 4. इसको नहीं, हाँ,
4.
इसको नहीं, इसकी गिनती
Should I multiply 75 with 1800?
Yes, yes. Oh no, this is that like the directly number. Just the 1 is first multiply. 1 is multiplication between 1 and 1800. Then 1800 is divided with 75. Na? Yes.
24.
Very good. Correct answer. So we got the answer, that is 24. Okay. Now we have to do the question number 4.
Now can I write it?
Yes, you can.
So just start. Done.
Done. Now can I move to the next question? Question number 4.
Okay.
A machine is a soft drink factory. A machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. How many bottles will be filled in 5 hours? So in a 6 hour, this is the x, and y is 840, and x1, that is 5 hours, we have to find the y2. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So let's just mention the bottles and let's mention the hair. This is the question number part 4. So I will mention the number of bottles and then time. So for how many bottles for the 840, how many time? 6 hours.
6 hours.
And for the x bottles, how many hours? 5 hours. It means that I have to find this x.
Okay.
that x1 and this is the y1. This is simply x and y. So I will do this. X and y is equal to x1 and y1. I will put the values in the next page. I will put the values. What are the values of x and y? X 840, y is 6, and then we don't have the value of x1 and 5. x1 will shift it here. Then 840 multiplied by 5 is divided with the 6. Now give me the answer of x1.
840 into 5 divided by 6. Okay.
Yes.
$700.
700. Correct answer. Very good. Understood?
Yes.
Any confusion? Any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. It seems like that you are getting idea and the understanding in the direct and inverse proportionality. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's no longer difficult chapter for you.
No.
Very good. So the what says in the question number 5? Can you read that?
A photographer of a bacteria enlarged 50,000 times attains a length of 5 centimeters as shown in the diagram. What is the actual length of the bacteria if the photographer is enlarged 20,000 times only? What would be its enlarged length?
Yes. So basically they are asking that a photographer of a bacteria enlarged is 50,000 times attains a length of 5 centimeter as shown in the diagram. What is the actual length of the bacteria if the photograph is enlarged 20,000? So we have the three values. We don't have the x1 here. So simply I will put all the values in the table. Okay, and I have the how many values? I think I have the 1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
5.
Three.
5 for the 5,000, is it? And I don't have what is the 3? Where is the 3 value?
50,000, 5 centimeter and 20,000.
What is the actual length of the bacteria if the photograph is enlarged 20,000 times only, and what would be its enlarged length? So simply I think we have only one value here, is it?
Yes.
2 values, na? 2 values, yes. So let me done the table for this. This is a question number 5. Table will looks like this. This is a length and this is the number of bacteria. So for the first one, that is 5. For the 5, length is 50,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and for the x, that is 20,000. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So it means that I have to find the x here, x1, and this is the y1, this is x and this is y. Let's just do the formula. And the formula is, what will be the formula? X, y is equal to x1, y1. What is the value for x and y? That is 5 by, is it just like this? Yes.
Yes, 50,000.
Yes, 50,000. And for the x1 I don't have, for the y1 I have 20,000. So for the x1 here, and 5 multiplied by 20,000 divided with 50,000. Now give me the answer.
Okay, ma'am. Five.
Done?
Here I'll divide it. Two.
Not 2. If I multiply,
it's 100,000 by 5. Because
yes, it is 2. Yes, it is 2. Yes, we got the correct answer. Okay? Yes. Now, understood?
yes, ma'am.
Have you write it down?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to do this.
No, I wrote it down.
Okay, very good. So, do we have to move the question number 6? Is it?
Yes.
In a model of a ship, the mast is 9 centimeter high while the mast of the actual ship is 12 meter high. If the length of the ship is 28 meter, how long is the model ship? There are the 3 different values. 9 is the x, and for the 9, 12 is y, and 28 is the y. We have to find the x simply. So 6 is your homework. You have to mark this. 6 is your homework.
Okay, ma'am.
You have to complete it and share it with me, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And now for the question number 7. I will do this for you, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So question number 7 says suppose 2 kg of sugar contains 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6 crystals. How many sugar crystals are there in 5 kg of sugar and 1.2 kg of sugar? There are 2 kg in which the sugar is this. I have to find for 5 kg and for 1.2 kg. Okay? First I will do for the 2 and 5 kg, and after that I will do for the 2 and 1.2 kg. It means that I have to draw the 2 different tables. I will do the second part, you have to do the first part. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So this is the question number
7.
7. So the question number 7. So the data is amount of sugar in kg. The amount of sugar in kg, that is the given value is 2, and the crystal, number of crystal in 2 are 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6. What does it means that this you are saying that the crystals, number of crystals are 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6? Can you elaborate that?
Ma'am, suppose 2 kg of sugar contains 9 into 10 power 6 crystals. How many sugar crystals are there in 5 kg of sugar, right?
It means that how many zeros will be goes with 9? Scientific notation, is it the scientific notation, na? So it's mean that there are 6 zeros with 9.
And 1 minute, I wrote this in notebook. I'll check.
Yes. Done? We learned the scientific and standard notation in the previous class.
Yeah. I'm 2 kg of just that like weight. Can I send this photo to you?
About which?
This question.
Okay, we can look at that question after this. So yes, just like yes, we I know how to solve this, but I am just asking a question that if there is a ratio, if there is a power between a numbers, like if there is a zeros, you put that number like 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6, 10 ratio power 7. It means that they are the rounding off, they are the scientific notation numbers. Okay.
Okay.
So for the 1.2 kg, how many times for the 1.2 kg? Do I have the number of crystal for 1.2 kg?
No.
No, it means that I have to find the y1. This is x1. Now according to the formula, this is the B part. X by y is equal to x1 and y1. What is the value of x and y here, Sukena?
Wa-
X
X is
2.
2 kg.
Yes, and y
9
is,
into 10 power 6.
yes, 10 ratio power 6. And for the x1 here,
5 kg.
1.2. I am doing for the 1.2 now. I am not doing for the 5 kg. And I don't have the value of y. So I will arrange this. Yes.
The 5 kg is homework?
No, right now. You have to do this after when I done with this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is for the y. Y is equal to what I have to do here. Here 2 will be multiplied with 1.2. And 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6 will be in the division. Now multiply 2 with 1.2.
Okay. I'm doing
According to this, they are not multiplying. Here this is will be the 2. Y will move in the place of 2. Okay, y will move in the place of 2, and this will move in the place of this will go and multiply with, because here it is dividing now. Here it is dividing, so it's mean that 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6 is going to multiply with 1.2 and divided with 2. This is how it looks like. Let me explain it one more time. 2 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6 is equal to 1.2 by y. Look here. How we have to do this? We have to do the cross multiplication. Do you know that what is cross multiplication?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it's mean that I have to switch their places, like by drawing a cross. It's mean that y will move to the place of 2 and 2 will shift to the place of y. Okay. So y will here and 2 will here. And what we have to do for this? This is divided with the 2. It means that it will be multiplied with 1.2. So just like the 9 multiplied by 10 ratio power 6 multiplied by 1.2. Now you don't have to do any calculation with 10 ratio power 6. I will separate it. You just have to do this. Y is equal to 1.2 multiply with 9 and give me the answer.
Okay. This is, I have learned it. So this one, algebraic expressions is also done like this.
Yes, kind of.
1.2 into 9 into 10 numbers.
When 1.2 multiply by 9, then you have to divide that answer with 2. Okay.
Okay.
So by multiplying 1.2 with 9, answer is
5.4.
5.4. After dividing, yes, 5.4. So this ratio will remain here. I don't have to change that. Okay. So here I got the answer. Now this says the ratio is same according to their power values, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Done? Understood? Any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you do the first part, 5 kg of sugar? You just have to follow these same steps, okay?
I have to put x and y equals x power 2 and y 2, and then I have to put 2 into 9 into 10 plus 6 equals to 5 by y, then y equals to 5 into 9 into 10 plus 6 divided by 2 equals to 5 nines are 45.
Done?
22.5 into 10 power 6.
Very good. Correct answer. You got the correct answer. Well done.
Now I got to wash.
Yes, you can. Rashmi has a road map with a scale of 1 centimeter representing 18 kilometer. Now for the 1 centimeter, it is 18 kilometer. She drives on a road for 72 kilometer. What would be her distance covered in the map? This is the same question. You just have to put for x is 18, that is 18 kilometer, and for the scale, that is 1 centimeter. We have to find the x. We have to find the y1 here. Y1 here. Simply the table will looks like this. This is the question number 7. Remember that if we have a bigger value, we have to put the bigger value in the x, okay, in the above the table, then the less value will be shifted to the below. If you are going to do the x and y, that is only upon you. So it's mean that this is the question number 7. So for the 18 kilometer and for the 72 kilometer, for
Number 8.
yes, 8. For the 18 kilometer, how much it travel in centimeter? 1 centimeter. We have to find for the 72.
Yes. Battle with 2 centimeter.
So we have to do the same formula, like x y is equal to x1 and y1, is it?
Yes.
Now you have to put the values, and what for the x and what for the y. Here is, this is x and this is y. It's mean that 1 by 18. No. This is not like this. This is y. This is y. And this is y1. This is x1. This is x and this is y. Simply y.
Okay.
So the question will looks like this. If this is x, then this is x will be 18, y will be 1. So is equal to x1, y1. I will move to the next page. X y is equal to x1, y1. X is equal to 18, y is equal to 1, but I don't have the value of y1 na, because x1 is 72. Look here in the table. I don't have the value of y, so I will put y1 here. Now I have to do the simplify this. Now I have to do the multiplication, cross multiplication. 18 with,
divided by
yes, 72 multiply with 1 divided with 18. Yes, and 72 is equal to multiply by 1, 72 divided by 18. Okay, what will be the answer?
This is this and that is the. This is that and this is equal to y1 equal to 72 into 1 by 18, and then this is y equals to y1 equals 72 by 18. Y1 equals to 72 divided
Done?
by 4.
Very good. 4 is the correct answer. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now for the question number 9. In question number 9, in the 5 meter and 60 centimeter high vertical pole cast a shadow of 3 meter and 20 centimeter long. Find at the same time the length of the shadow cast by the another pole 10 meter and 50 centimeter long, and the height of the pole which cast a shadow of 5 meter long. Now this is seem a pretty easy or difficult? Easy. So we have to do for the first part, and we also have to do for the second part. Okay, I will draw the table for each part. This is question number 9. For the A part, I have these two values. The first one is a high pole in meter is 5.60, and same for the second is 10.50. How did I write this? because they're just telling me the 5 and 60, na? 5 meter and 60 centimeter. So I
Yes.
just combine them. I just put a point between them, that 5 meter and 60 centimeter, 10 meter and 50 centimeter. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So for the 5.60, how much meter I have?
Says 5.5 meters.
Yes, 5 meter. Very good. That is no for the 5.60, for the 5
Oh.
meter and 60 centimeter.
That is. I'm confused. I don't know.
Look here, na, in the question number 9, 5 centimeter and 60 centimeter high vertical pole cast a shadow of 3 meter and 20 centimeter long, na?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I didn't
So
notice.
yes, 3.20. This is x, this is y, this is x1, this is y1. Do I have the value of y1?
No.
So simply I will write here xy is equal to x1 and y1. Now you have to solve this. Okay, x1 and y1 is equal to 5.60 divided by 3.20 is equal to 10.50 divided by y1. y1 will shift here and multiply 10.5 multiply with
5.60. It's cross 3.20,
put attention Sukena.
and then it's divided by 5.
Now you have to solve this. Same question will goes for the second part. Do this. Six. Yes, correct answer. Now we have to do for the second table. In the second table, the question is about, I have to read the question again. In the second, they told me that the height of the pole which cast a shadow of 5 meter long. 5 meter long. Okay, it's mean that for the second, the shadow is, the first case will remain same, but here we don't have the shadow. Here we have the height of the pole is given but not the shadow. Height is given but not the shadow. The table will look like this. The first 2 points, the height of the pole is 5.60 and the shadow for the 5.60 is 3.20. In the second picture, they gave us the length of shadow. How much the length of shadow is?
5.
5. Did I have the height of the pole?
No.
It's mean that I have to find the x1.
Yes.
5.60 divided by 3.20 is equal to x1 by 5. Do I have to do the cross multiplication here?
Yes.
So it will look like this. x1 here and cross multiplication. 5 with multiply with 5.60 and the remaining value will be 3.20.
Yes.
Now solve this for the x1.
Then x equals. Can you go back? I was writing that.
Okay. So the answer is 8.75. Now we have to do the last question of this exercise. Okay. A loaded truck travels 14 km in 25 minutes. If the speed remains the same, how far can it travel for the 5 hours? Simply you have to do that 14 kilometer for the 25 minutes, that is x 14, y is 25. Now for the 5 hours, how far, if the speed remains the same, how far it travel for the 5 hours. If I just have to mention the 5 hours, it means that I have to get the answer in a minute, because this is the answer in a 25 minutes na. It means that I
Yes.
have to convert that 5 hours into a minute. So how many minute in a 1 hour?
So Laura travels 14 kilometers in 25
1 minute,
minutes.
how many seconds in 1 minute?
60.
60. And how many minutes in 1 hour?
1 hour. How many minutes in 1 hour?
Yes, 60 minutes. Yes. So it's mean that if I have to find for about the minutes, I will convert this 5 hours into
Um,
minutes. I just simply multiply 5 with 60 and answer will be
shall I multiply it, ma'am?
5 0 0, 5 6 30. It's mean that 300 minutes. Now you have to do the table like this. The first one is 14, 25. This is the x, this is the y, and this is distance, this is time. For the distance 14, I have the 25 minutes. Do I have the distance for the second case?
No.
No, it's mean that I have to find the x1. And how much the time for the second case?
20.
300, 300,
5
300.
hours.
No, 300 na. We just convert this because I want time in minutes. I don't want time in hours.
Okay.
Okay, now can you do this and give me the answer?
Yes, ma'am. Try it. Shit. Equals 300. And then cos 5 into 60 equals 300 minutes. Now 14 hours equals 25 minutes. It's right over here. The line connects here. Next one equals 300 minutes. Then 40x by y equals y equals x1 by y1 equals xy is 14 and 25. 14 by 25 equals to x1 by 300 cross multiplication.
Yes.
300 multiplied by 14 divided by 25 equals 300.
What will be the answer?
4200 divided by 25 is 168.
Very good. Answer is 168. Correct. Okay, now Sukana, can you tell me what is inverse proportionality?
Two quantities may change in few manners. That if one quantity increases, the other decreases, and vice versa.
Give an example.
If I'll give a different example.
Yes, you have to give the different example, not from your textbook.
So here, Aryan can play games in three different ways: in his mobile, laptop, or in his tablet. If we place in the mobile, then it will won't get enough. Like the screen size will become small, so he can't play fast. can not play. He can play faster than the phone, but no less than the laptop.
Okay, can you give any other example? Any other example as well? Just like that, if you have to compare two quantities, one is increases and other one decreases.
Oh, okay. What else?
Let's just discuss about walking, running. If there is a 3 hours and you have to complete all your exams in 3 hours, what you will do? You will increase your speed and the time will be less. If you just slow down your speed, you just start writing like a turtle with the speed of turtle. Does you think your exam will be completed in 3 hours? No,
No.
it will take more time. Okay, this is because of this is known as inverse proportionality. Okay,
Okay.
and this is known as inverse proportionality.
First,
Now this is a table in which they are talking about the Zahida. If she increases that, if she just increase the speed of reaching the school, the time will be decreases. If she went to the school by walk, then it covers in 30 minutes. If we just start running, she will reach in the school in a 15 minutes. If by the cycling in 10 minutes, and by the car she will reach in a 2 minute. Okay.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so these are the few examples. Observe that as the speed increases, time taken to the cover same distance decreases. Okay, as Zahida doubles her speed by running, time reduced to half. As she
Okay, ma'am.
increases her speed, for example, if the speed is increases by double, time will decreases by half. If she increases by triple, time will decreases by triple. Okay, remember that.
Yes.
This is the very important concept about this. Now this is again table. Let us consider another example. A school wants to spend 6,000 on mathematics textbooks. How many textbooks could be bought at 40 each? Clearly 150 books can be bought. If the price of textbook is more than 40, then the number of books which could be purchased with the same amount of money would be less than 150. It means that we have to divide 60 with 40.
Okay, ma'am.
And then the number of books which could be purchased with the same amount of money would be less than 150. Observe the following table. Price of each book. So they have to find a different kind of books. Price of one book is 40, 150, 60, 75, 80 and 100. And the number of books that can be bought. In a price of 50, they bought 150 books. If the price is increases, the number of books is decreases. Okay, if they have to buy the 120 book, then they have to pay the 50 rupees.
Yes.
Because the quantity of book is increases, the price is decreases. What do you observe? You will appreciate that the price of the books increases. The number of books that can be bought, keeping the font constant, will decrease the ratio by which the price of the books increases. When going from 40 to 50, 4 and 5 ratio, and ratio by which the corresponding number of books decreases from 150 to 120. This means that the two ratios inverse of each other, na?
Yes.
So by multiply 40 with 150 or 50 with 120, answer is 6,000. In each case, answer is 6,000. Multiply 40 with 50. Now you have to multiply 40 with 150. 40 with 150. I got the 6,000. If I have to multiply 50 with 120, I got the again 6,000. So if they bought 40, 50, 60, 75, 80 or 100 books, if they choose any case, any price of books, they have to spend 60,000. Rather they are picking the, for example, for the price of 40, they are picking grade 4 books. For 50, they are 5, 6, 60 for 6, 75 for class 7, 80 for class 8, 100 for class 10. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes.
Any question?
No, ma'am.
But in the previous question, in the direct proportion, x1 is directly equal to
What, ma'am?
x1 is directly equal to
I lost that question.
formula. We did learn this. Sukena.
X1 equals to Y2.
y1. Sukena, x1 is equal to y1.
X1
No,
equals to
here. Let me share my screen. So simply, I'm just telling you a simple thing that in the direct proportion, x1, y1, x2, y2. Is it?
Yes.
And the ratio is displayed as x1 ratio x2 double ratio y1 and y2. Is it? First with first, second with second. This is about the direct proportionality. But in inverse proportionality, situation is changed. Okay, in here we have to do like this: x1 by x2, then y2 is equal to y1, like this. Okay, I hope now you understood.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this proportionality, the ratio is changed because they are the inverse proportional. If I just put the proportionality sign here, x1, x2, y2, I have to do the inverse proportion, na? It means that I have to do in opposite direction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it means that x1 is equal to x2, then x1 is equal to y2, then x1 is equal to y2, and x2 is equal to y1. This is the inverse thing, inverse.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood? Any question?
No, ma'am.
For the x1 inverse proportion, x1 is equal to
In the inverse proportion, x1 is equal to x2.
y2.
Okay.
Yes, and for the x2 in inverse proportion is equal to y1.
It's ulta.
Yes, like inverse.
Okay.
इनकी पोजीशन उल्टी हो गई है, चेंज हो गया. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
let me write one more time. Draw this table on your notebook. This is direct proportional, this is inverse proportional. In this, x1, x2 double, y1, y2. Okay, same thing goes for here, x1, x2, y1, y2. For the direct proportion, that will be x1 with y1 in the division case, and in front of them an opposite number, that will be x2 by y2. But in inverse proportion, x1 with y2, x2 with y1, mean x1,
Okay, ma'am.
x2 is equal to y2, y1, like this. I hope now you understood.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to write it down.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay, now look on your book. This is the formula of inverse proportional. Okay, any question?
No, ma'am.
Now we have done with the example. Now there is a two blue boxes on the page number 211 at the last of that page.
Okay, ma'am.
When two quantities x and y are in direct proportion or very directly, they are also written as x is directly proportional to y. This is the statement I just wrote on the board. This is the same statement. Okay, you have to put important.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
When two quantities x and y are inverse proportion or vary inversely, they are also written as this. If x is increases, y is increasing. In which case?
When x increases, y also increases.
This is the which case? Which proportion?
Direct.
Very good. If the x increases, y will decreases. Which proportionality is this?
Inverse.
Very good. Can you recall all the things what did we learn today?
Yeah.
Yes. Now.
So we learned about. We did exercise 3.1, where we learned how to solve the problem.
So this this exercise is about which proportionality?
Direct proportionality.
Direct proportionality. So in the direct proportionality, what is the formula?
X1 equals to Y1 and X2 equals to Y2.
Very good.
And then we learned about inverse proportionality, where two quantities may change in manner if one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. For example of the example of
Yes.
Zahida can run work cycle, and then the formula for inverse is y equal x1 equals y2 and x2 equals y1.
Yes.
I'm right about this one.
There is example number 7 on page number 212. 6 pipes are required to fill a tank in 1 hour and 20 minutes. How long will it take if only 5 pipes of the same type are used? Now the pipe size is reduced. Time will also reduce, na?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the few questions in which if or is given and you have to find answer in minute, what you have to do here? They just given 1 hour and 20 minutes.
With 60 minutes.
Yes, it's mean that if this is like this, let me share my screen. Yes, for the 1 hour and how many minutes?
1 hour is 60 minutes.
60 minutes. I need to take the answer in minutes. It's mean that I have to convert this 1 hour. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. I just multiply. I will add 60 with 60. Answer will become
120.
120, and they just put 80 here. That is 20. So Kenna, that is 20. Not you just told me that is 30. That is not 30. That is 20 minutes.
Yeah, 1 hour equals 20 minutes.
Yes, on example number 7, that is 1 hour and 20 minutes. I have to solve this in which time? Minutes. This is hour. I have to convert this hour into minute. I will multiply this with 60. 1 with 60. Answer is 60. 60 minute plus 20 minute. Answer is 80 minute. So this for the 5, it's mean that I have to solve like this for the inverse proportionality. Remember that, for the inverse proportionality. Okay. So for the inverse proportionality, in the previous question we are just, for the direct proportionality we are writing here like this: x1 y1 x2 y2. This is for the direct. But for the inverse we have to do this: x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2, like this. Now I have to put all the values. I don't have the value of x1, sorry, x2, that is the x2. I don't have the value of x2 will here, x1 y1 will here, y2 will be divided with them.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, what is the value of x1, y1? That is 80, 60 multiplied by 5 and x. Then we got the answer. But you have to remember two things, Sukena. I think I wrote the definition here. On the page on which you wrote about the direct inverse proportionality formula, you have to write this thing down. That for the indirect, that is x1, y1, x2, y2. This is for the direct proportionality, and for the inverse, that is x1, y1 is equal to x2, y2. In the direct, we have to do the division by the formula, and the inverse, you have to do the multiplication formula. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question regarding today's lecture?
No, ma'am.
I hope you understood everything very well. If you have, you can ask.
No doubt.